Who likes lollipops? Me. Well, I know a story about a little girl called Katie. And once upon a time, a long time ago, Katie loved lollipops. Katie got her pocket money every Friday, and with it, she would run to the local shop, put the money on the counter, and say, Mrs. Murta, can I have a lollipop, please? And Mrs. Murta every Friday took the jar of lollipops down, put them on the counter, and said, Take your pick. Now, Katie had a lot of favourite colours and a lot of favourite lollipops, but she always had to choose just one. On this Friday, she looked at all the colours. There was yellow and pink and blue and green and red and orange. But her eye rested on the brown cola one. I'll have that one, please, Mrs. Murtha, said Katie. Mrs. Murtha took the lollipop out, handed it to Katie, and off Katie ran at home as fast as she could. It was a lovely sunny day, so Katie liked to sit outside in the garden and watch her daddy planting and growing and watering his flowers. This spring, he was watering his roses with all the care and the love that he always gave to everything. And Katie watched him with pride. As she finished her lollipop and was left with the lollipop stick, she suddenly got a great idea. She went into the house, got her little green watering can, and came back out to the garden. She got the lollipop stick, and in a space beside her favourite pink rose, she planted the lollipop stick in the ground. Now, her daddy had always told her that if you water your flowers with love, they will grow into something amazing. And Katie knew what amazing thing she wanted. She wanted to grow a lollipop tree. Because then she wouldn't have to pick a colour. She could have all the colours. And then she could have as many lollipops as she wanted every day, not just Fridays. Katie was so excited. So in she went into the house and couldn't wait till the next day came. Out she went, looked at the ground, still nothing. Only one day. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday passed, and Katie kept watering and kept looking, and still nothing. Maybe you're being a little bit impatient, said her daddy. You know, you have to wait for things to grow. Maybe, said Katie, but she knew that this caused for some extra magical help. So she went down to the big tree at the bottom of the garden because she knew that some very special little people liked to dance and play around down there. She knew that the fairies lived at the bottom of her garden. And so she spoke to the tree that day. This is a message for the fairies. Please, could you sprinkle a little bit of magic on my lollipop stick and make it grow into a big lollipop tree just for me? And off she went. So the days came and went. Another week passed, and Katie was still watering her flower, well, her lollipop stick in the ground, still waiting and waiting and waiting. And one day when she came back from school, she ran out again to see if anything was growing, and nothing was. She got a little bit angry and a little bit sad, and she stamped her foot, and she started to cry. And her tears came down her face and bounced, or seemed to bounce off the ground where she knew the lollipop stick was. Why is there no magic? Why have you not brought me my lollipop tree? I don't believe in magic anymore, and I don't believe in fairies, said Katie. And in she went inside and closed the door. Now there was a big window facing out into the back garden. And although Katie was trying to distract herself and not even think about that lollipop stick anymore, she suddenly heard a scratch, kind of a scratching noise. I wonder what that could be. She heard it again, except louder this time. She ignored it. She heard the scratch again, and at the same time the phone started to ring in the hall. Now Katie didn't normally answer the phone, but it kept ringing and ringing and ringing, and nobody else was answering. So Katie got up and went out into the hall and picked up the phone. Hello? She said. Hello? Said a voice. Hello? Is that Katie? Yes, this is Katie. Katie, go out into the back garden, please. Katie dropped the phone, ran outside, paused at the gate, and then she went forward into the back garden. And she couldn't believe her eyes, because right in front of her was the biggest, bestest lollipop tree. It was growing from the ground, and on it she could see pink and red and yellow and blue and green and orange and cola lollipops. Wow, said Katie. It's a lollipop tree. It's a lollipop tree in my garden. Yes, said her daddy. I see a lollipop tree in your garden. What does that teach you, Katie? That you should always believe in magic and fairies and lollipops. Always believe in magic